Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Wednesday, June 5th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $, ORION-NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some MLB action this Wednesday evening. The Seattle Mariners versus the Oakland Athletics. First pitch will be here in roughly 10 minutes. I'm going to cue the music. We're going to take a look at the thumb. We'll get into the starting lineup. Let's go, baby. And on the thumb, we have Julio Rodriguez. And on the right, we got Zach Yellow. Now let's get into the starting lineups. First, we'll go with the home Oakland Athletics. Leading off for the Athletics at third base, the former Mariner, Abraham Toro. Batting second, playing left field for the A's, Miguel Andujar. Batting third, playing center field for the Athletics, J.J. Bleday. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing for Oakland, Brent Rooker. Batting fifth, catching tonight for the A's, Shea Langeliers. Batting sixth, playing first base for Oakland, J.D. Davis. Batting seventh, playing right field, Daz Cameron. Batting eighth, playing second base, Zach Geloff. And batting ninth, playing shortstop for the A's, Max Schumann. And on the mound for the A's with a 1-1 record, an ERA of 6.10, Joey Estes. And let's get into the starting lineup of your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners, playing shortstop, J.B. Crawford. Tridents up, baby. Batting second, playing third base for Seattle, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. Batting third, playing center field, no-fly zone, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Tridents up, baby. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, catching tonight for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Big Dumper. Batting fifth, playing first base for Seattle, Ty France. Batting sixth, playing left field for the Mariners, Luke Rayleigh. Batting seventh, DHing tonight for the Mariners, Mitch Haniger. Batting eighth, playing right field for Seattle, Dominic Canzone. And batting ninth, playing second base, it's Demo, it's Dylan Moore. And on the mound for the Mariners, one of our aces, a 3-3 record with an ERA of 3.29. It's Walter, a.k.a. Logan Gilbert. And like I mentioned on every single stream multiple times, make sure you're taking care of your mental health. Addiction, depression, anxiety, these are things that a lot of us are going through on the daily or have gone through in the past. So if you feel like you're struggling and slipping into the darkness, make some positive changes to your daily routine so you can win the day. Party a little bit less, exercise a little bit more, listen to music, hang out with friends, spend time with your pets. You'd be really surprised on a few minor adjustments to your daily routine. It can help you get back on track, and I'm a great example of it. Let's go Mariners. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes. Let's go, baby. Megan in the building, what's good? Jacob in the building, what's good? I did see that your game got rained out due to weather there. Hopefully you'll be able to make that up sooner than later. And we're grinding right now. Like I said, Seattle Mariners first place. It feels good. 35-27, 14-16 record away. And again, we have a few tough opponents in June, but there is a very strong possibility if we end up sweeping the A's in these next 2 games, which would mean that we've swept the Cincinnati Reds, we would have swept the Angels, and then obviously the A's here in this little series. We got the White Sox coming up in a 4-game set, I believe, and if we can sweep them, and then we're going to have to, go through it a little bit with the Rangers, your Guardians, Jacob, who are very, very good, as well as the Minnesota Twins and a few others. Those are going to be tough. We're not going to be able to sweep the really, really good teams like the Guardians, the Twins, or the Rangers. But if we can split or possibly win 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4, and end up sweeping or winning 3 out of 4 against the bad teams, there is a very strong possibility the Mariners will be 10 or 12 games above 500 once this month ends. And if that's the case, we are going to be wheeling and dealing, getting ourselves in great position for the playoffs in 2024. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I am ready. And if you tuned in to yesterday's broadcast, it definitely was a nail-biter. That one could have went definitely either way, for Scott Service's birthday. And it looked like for a minute, that everything was calm, cool, collected. We were, cool as a cucumber out there, right? But then the A's got on that big rally late, and it looked like the game was slipping away, which it was, but we found a way to hang on to win 4-3 in game number 1. Game number 2 will start here in just a couple minutes, and then tomorrow we have an early start. I believe the game is around 12:30 Pacific, and Brian Wu will be on the mound. And right now, Logan Gilbert and Brian Wu are probably our 2 best pitchers today, even though we've seen a lot of praise and we've seen a lot of structure and a little bit better play out of George Kirby, Luis Castillo, and Bryce Miller as of late. I like where this is going. Trade deadline is going to be coming up, and I would assume the Mariners will be buyers since it looks like we are trying not only to win the division, but we're trying to make the World Series this year. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Yeah, I saw that as well. And again, they said they're willing, but again, it could be a crock of shit. We already know they only like to be able to put in about 54% effort. And a lot of times they just want to be able to pay the least amount of money and hope that the team overachieves, and then that way they can profit. It's unfortunate that the organization is built that way, but every once in a while, the Mariners will spend money. But if you're thinking that they're going to spend money on a player or make a move at the deadline, it may not be for the players that people think. Everyone's talking about Pete Alonso, Bo Bichette, and Vlad Jr., but realistically, I would be very shocked if the Mariners got any of those guys. And if we did, I'm not sure if I would really want to give up a lot of our future prospects for possibly a rental for just 3 months or so. So we'll see where it goes. But I feel you. I feel you, Army. Like I said, we've heard the same stories in the past. I mean, I've been following the Mariners since the mid-'80s. And most of the time when they make statements like that, it's a crock of shit. But again, we will have to see it. And when we see it, we'll believe it. But on the bright side, at least we didn't pay a shitload of money for Blake Snell and a lot of those guys that we were kind of, had the target on. Like, oh, Blake Snell to the Mariners and how great that would be. And it shows you if you don't end up playing, obviously in spring training, you're going to start off slow. And sometimes regardless of what you did last year, sometimes you're going to be terrible. And I don't know if anyone assumed that Blake Snell would be as bad as he is, but it looks like that was a bullet that we dodged. And I like where the direction of the team is going right now, but we will have to wait and see. Exactly. See, they all know. They already knew about the whole Root Sports thing, and they're trying to act like, oh, I just found out. So, again, we already know there's a lot of politics involved and whatnot, but at the bottom line, Mariner fans want to see a winner. Mariner fans want to see us compete. Mariner fans want us to make moves. And bottom line, the Mariner fans want to win a World Series and have a World Series appearance. They're in the building. What's good? Let's go, baby. I like it. I like what your brain is thinking. Megan with a $5. Appreciate you. All the meetings were canceled. Oh, okay. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. $5 holla. 95 to go to hit the goal. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We're going to shoot for 20 to 40 likes. Obviously try to hit 20, 10 within the first hour, and then pick up the other 10 within the next maybe hour after that. And if things are rolling or the game ends up getting exciting like it did late, we might end up getting a spike of viewership towards the 8th or 9th inning. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much, Megan. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. Leading off for the Mariners, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, third baseman Hollywood Josh Rojas. And batting third, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. And on the mound for the A's, again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, a 1-1 record, ERA of 6.10, Joey Estes. So if he pitches like he's pitched, in games previously, this should end up being a game where we potentially can get 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and that's going to be the magic number for the Mariners every single day. First pitch to JP, fouled off, 0-1 count. Go JP. Pitches inside, right on the strike zone. John Tumpain. I'm not sure if that's the same ump that we had last night, whose strike zone was much larger than the box that you see on the screen on TV. Pitches in the middle, in the zone there for a strike, 1-2 count. We'll see how this ump ends up pitching this particular game and calling this particular game. Hopefully a little bit better than yesterday. Hope you feel better. I ended up watching the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte last night. Pleasantly surprised. And I know that when you have some free time, you will, end up getting some time to end up watching it. Of course, you're going to get all kinds of Star Wars fans. They're going to say that they hated it or it's terrible. Then you're going to get the opposite end of the spectrum. Oh, I loved it. You're never going to make any Star Wars fan happy, especially in this particular era with Disney. But from, me watching the 2 episodes, I love everything Star Wars. Is it going to be like the best, spin-off series? No, but it definitely is a good watch, and I'm looking forward to see how it all unravels and how it all pans out. Top of the first, 0-0 Mariners and A's, 1-2 pitch. Estes to JP. JP pops it up a mile. Truman is there, 1 away. Yeah, we're not getting a whole lot out of Haniger and Canzone as far as consistency. I would agree with that. Next up, third baseman, Hollywood Josh Rojas. Go Hollywood. First pitch on the corner of the zone there for a foul ball towards third base. 0-1 count. Come on, Hollywood. Let's go, baby. It's going to be hard to avoid spoilers because it seems like on social media it's popping up everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, so you'll have to be careful. But most of the things, it's just going to be like a picture, of the promotion or the actors or actresses, or like a screenshot. So, I mean, as long as you're not clicking on those and reading them, and it doesn't really have necessarily spoilers. It's just going to be people bitching that either they hate it or people praising it, saying they love it. So, Estes, big swing and a miss, got him. 2 away. Damn it. All right, Joey, I'm not a hater. Nice K there on Hollywood. I see you. Next up for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Pitches inside in the zone for a strike. 0-1 count. I thought it was a different ump, just based off the name. And I was trying to remember who had it last night, but different umpire crew, it looks like. 269 average, 4 homers only for Julio Rodriguez here in 2024, which is very low, but at least he's starting to see the baseball a little bit more. Exit velo is pretty nice. Wow, drop the baseball and strike 3 on the zone. That's a terrible way to have a K there for Julio Rodriguez. Great job for Estes to start it off. Go to the bottom of the first inning, still knotted up here at 0. Anything specific that you want to see, Megan, for photos besides the regulars? You let me know what you're thinking, and I got you. And on the mound for the M's with a 3-3 record, ERA of 3.29. Probably the second best pitcher right now besides Brian Wu, even though we saw a nice 9K game out of, George Kirby yesterday. And it seems like Bryce Miller and Luis Castillo are trying to, it seems like they're finding themselves. But again, sometimes it's going to be very hit or miss with the Mariner pitchers. It's either really, really good, really, really bad. And then sometimes when they play really well and they get 8, 9, 10 Ks, we don't get the run support and we only score like a run and then we end up losing. So hopefully we can figure out where we can get 8, 9, 10 Ks out of these starting 5 pitchers, 1 through 5 in the rotation, and we can get 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits. And if we end up getting that number, I definitely think the Mariners are going to surge towards the top of the American League. Yes, I know the Orioles are badass. Yes, I know the Yankees are very, very good. But I think that we're better than the Rangers this year. I'm not afraid of the Guardians or the Twins or the Royals, but I do respect them. And I think it will come down, to the Yankees, Orioles, and Mariners as long as there isn't any serious injuries. Let's go, baby. We need that fire out of you, Logan. And let's see who's leading off for the Oakland Athletics. Leading off for the A's, third baseman, the former Mariner, Abraham Toro. Batting second, playing left field, Miguel Andujar. And batting third, center fielder, J.J. Bleday. Got to watch out for him. Yeah, exactly, Army. I agree with you. At least we already know that Angel Hernandez is retiring. Thank God. Should have retired like 20 years ago. All right, here we go. Bottom of the first. First pitch for Logan Gilbert into the zone. I don't know what's going on with the catchers not being able to catch these baseballs in this first inning. 1-0 count. 277 average. 5 homers, 21 ribbies for Abraham Toro. Pitch is low and into the dirt. 2-0 count. Let's go, Logan. And we'll definitely be able to tell if the pitchers are locked and loaded, because usually by the second or third inning, if they already have like 5 or 6 Ks, you know that they're wheeling and dealing. Or if they end up getting 2 or 3 in the first or second. Popped up to Julio. No fly zone. 1 away. Next up for the A's, left fielder Miguel Andujar. Thirteenth start here today, 3-3 record, 3.29 ERA, 71 Ks, 20 walks with a whip of 1. Let's go, baby. Andujar, big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Nice to see Shohei Ohtani and Skeens going at each other. First at bat for Ohtani 3 pitches over 100 miles an hour and punched him out. And then next time up, he ended up going yard on Skeens. But definitely nice to be able to see some of the elites go at each other. It makes for good baseball, regardless if you're a Dodger fan, Ohtani fan, or a Pittsburgh Pirate or a Skeens fan. Big facts. One pitch to Gilbert, to Andujar. Wow, another pitch low into the dirt that Cal couldn't control and handle. I don't know what's going on here today. 2-1 count. Come on, Logan. Let's go, baby. 2-1 pitch. Foul behind the plate. 2-2 count. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. And if you have a Twitter/X account, please do your boy a solid and like and retweet the live stream. It'll help us get more people here in the room. Got him. There we go, Logan. Nice job. Hell yeah. There we go. And we got almost 10 likes already, so that's a good start. We need 2 more to get to 10, and we got 24 people. That'll probably climb to 50 or 60 or higher if the game is close towards the end. True North Trident, thank you for the like and share on the Twitter/X. Appreciate you. As well as Sarah and Megan. Thank you so much. Shout out to Lauren as well for helping out. Appreciate you. Let's go, baby. Next up for the A's, center fielder J.J. Bleday. 249 average, 8 homers, 22 ribbies in 2024. Pitches outside, 2-0 count. We want to make sure we're celebrating Logan Gilbert, getting the Mariner Moose out for every K that he has. That is his first at his last at-bat against Andujar. 9 more to go, baby. Let's go. 1-1 pitch. Bleday chops it foul behind the plate. 1-2 count. I believe that is a good question. Every 4 years, right? So if it happened last year, right? 2023. So I would believe it would be 2027 if it's every 4 years for the World Baseball Classic. 2-2 pitch. Gilbert to Bleday. Popped up. Should be a routine play for Luke Raley. There we go. 3 up and 3 down. Easy first inning there for Logan Gilbert. Go to the top of the second. We'll see who's up here for the Mariners. And let me know what you want to do for photos, Megan, and I got you. We're at 5:95 to go. Next up for the Mariners, batting cleanup in the 4-hole. Catcher, big dumper. Now Raleigh. Batting second, playing first base, Ty Fran. And batting third, left fielder, Luke Raley. Go M's. Yeah, maybe it's 2 to 3 years. As I'm thinking about it, it's not like the Olympics, where it's every 4 years for sure. And every time, people forget, you can always go back to like 92 in Barcelona with like Jordan, and then the 96 and then 2000, then you can go that route. So a lot of times, but World Baseball Classic, it might be not as long. Someone should look that up real quick. And I imagine you're already looking it up right now. But maybe it's every 2 to 3 years, but it could be 4. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, that is a good question. My first gut instinct was every 4 years, but maybe it's every 2 to 3. We'll find out here in a second once you look it up. Let's go M's, baby. I'm ready. Next one is in 2026. So every 3 years? Because the last one was last year in 2023, correct? So 2023, 2026, and then 2029. Okay, no worries. I'll throw up some Ichiro for you, or some like throwback players, and I know how much you love Ichiro, so I'll throw up some Ichiro for you once we get into the next commercial break, and I'll throw those up for you. All right, come on, Cal. We're on the top of the second. Cal with a little dribbler. Throw to first. One away. Next up for the Mariners, first baseman Ty France. Pitch is outside of the zone. 1-0 count. Let's go, Ty. Popped up a mile. Behind the plate. Foul. Thank God. One pitch. Ty crushes that foul. Deep, though. Would have been a homer if it was fair. All right, Ty, I see you. Keep grinding. It's outside. Count. Pitch is high. 3-2 count. Count is full. Little dribbler foul. Come on, Ty. Yeah, that'll probably help you out a little bit, with everything going on, obviously physically trying to get a little bit healthier. So popped up. 2 away. Cameron with the out. Oh, really? That's awesome. I'll have to check that out. I like being able to find like old videos like that of like Griffey, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, or Ichiro. It's definitely a blast from the past, especially if you can see things with like different camera angles or something unique that maybe you haven't seen at all, or maybe in a very long time. Next up for the Mariners, Luke Raley. One pitch, big swing and a miss by Raley, behind in the count 0-2. So based on the trade deadline, and if we're going to end up being buyers, Army, right? And I've seen a few of the names that you've thrown out there. Who would you be willing to get rid of in the minors if we had to make a move, or would you get rid of someone that's on the roster currently here in the majors? Like, what are the kind of the moves that you would be making if you were in the office there, with the Mariner group? Because obviously I'm not on board really with the whole Pete Alonso, Bo Bichette, Vlad Jr. Those are names, but that doesn't mean they're going to play well for the Mariners if they come over. And yes, those guys are talented, but again, I don't want to give away a lot of our young prospects just for a fucking 3-month rental. And if those guys coming in don't pan out, it's going to be a waste. We got to look at our future, and we got a lot of guys that are in the top 100. I believe right now we're number 1 with the article that came out this morning by Baseball Reference. I think us and the Cubs are leading the minors with 7 players each in the top 100. So again, and there's no guarantee that all those guys are going to pan out. Some of them might be busts. Some of them might be average, but there is a good possibility that, maybe one or two, or maybe a little bit more, maybe 3 or 4 might end up being a little bit better than people think. Big swing and a miss, and there goes Luke Raley. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. So I'm glad we're on the same page, especially with the guys that we have. I mean, with Harry Ford and with Emerson and Young. We have so much with Montez. There is so much talent. I feel like the minor league talent that we have right now, it's some of the deepest that the Mariners have ever seen. Normally we're not very good in the farm system. We're never talked about. And so it's kind of nice that, that we're starting to accumulate this talent. And I want to make sure that we're looking long-term and we're not going short-term and making the wrong move. Again, every Mariner fan is desperate to be able to make the playoffs, ALDS, ALCS, or the World Series, since we've never been. But again, we don't want to put all our chips in for just this year, trade away some amazing pieces, bring in a popular name, and it doesn't work out, and it's only a rental for a couple months, and then that guy ends up playing on another team next year. And then so not only do we not have our guys in the farm system, that will end up losing a few of those guys, but then we might not even be able to hang on to a Bo Bichette, Vlad Jr., or a Pete Alonso the following year. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I feel that our team is good enough right now, to be able to make the playoffs and win the AL West, right? But, it could help, by bringing in another bat or a couple of other pitching arms here and there. Adding a little bit to the roster could definitely put us over the edge to give us a better possibility of going a little bit further, ALDS to ALCS, ALCS to World Series. But again, it's going to be, a thing that's going to take some time. Absolutely. Throw up a couple of these for Megan. Everyone loves Ichiro. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Next up is Brent Rooker. Stud right there, baby. 279 average, 12 homers, 39 ribbies. What do you think about Brent Rooker? If the A's were to sell on him, would you want Brent Rooker on the Mariners? I know I've seen a few select Mariner, I won't say streamers, but people that do like content and, blogs and whatnot. But I've seen Brent Rooker's name kind of floating around there, other than the, Pete Alonso bullshit and the Vlad Jr. and the Bo Bichette. We'll see if those teams end up selling those particular players. But even though those guys are like big names, I don't have any interest in those guys. I know that maybe an amateur Mariner fan would be like, yes, let's bring in Vlad or Bo. But, again, just because you're a name doesn't mean you're going to pan out, on the Mariners. Nice punch out there by Logan. Second K for Logan Gilbert. Let's go, baby. Rooker, see you later. But Rooker is one of the more consistent pieces on the team. Him and JJ Bleday are nice little weapons. JD Davis popped up a mile. Julio's there. No fly zone, 2 away. No, that was Shea Langoliers. My bad. Next up is J.D. Davis. PJ in the building. What's good? Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see. We're not going to be able to keep everyone. Someone's going to end up being a casualty. Either some guys in the farm system down the road, maybe Cal Raleigh, and we'll have to keep Harry Ford instead. If we can't afford Cal at that point, we might not be able to afford all the pitchers that we have on the pitching staff with all, 5 guys with Castillo and Gilbert and Miller and Kirby and Wu. So, yeah, it'll be definitely interesting to see, how it all pans out with the money, and then if we can get the right combination of guys without, depleting our farm system altogether. I 100% agree. It's going to be tough. Chopper towards third. Rojas. Throw to France. Got him. End of the second inning. We're still here knotted up at 0. No hits yet for either team. Yeah, and plus, we don't really go for the big names anyway, so you're right. If we were going to go for, names, these were the type of names that we more than likely would go for. Low risk, potential high reward, and you're not having to really give up a whole lot, like an arm and a leg to get guys like that. And, and then hopefully that the chemistry works out and we can end up getting, a few other players, maybe a few hot bats and maybe an additional bullpen guy, before the trade deadline ends up ending here in 2024. Berger. Okay. All right, so who's up here in the top of the third for the Mariners? Slow start for both teams. We'll have to get a little bit further into the order, and hopefully someone can start a little rally. Next up for the Mariners in the 7-hole, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. And Haniger, he sometimes will make some plays, but again, right field has been a little bit of a disappointment. If Dominic Canzone could be a little bit more consistent, he could take that job from Haniger, every single day. But again, we need a little bit more out of Haniger and Dominic Canzone. But I don't know. I want someone better than Haniger at DH. I mean, I guess it's better than Mitch Garver, but how much better? Not really that much better, at least numbers-wise at this point. Leading off in the 7-hole, Mitch Haniger. Batting in the 8-hole, second up this inning, right fielder, Dominic Canzone. And batting third, second baseman, Demo Dylan Moore. Let's go, Demo. Odin in the building. What's good, brother? What's good, my guy? How are you? Pitches outside, 1-0 count. Who's taking gold for skateboarding and BMX? Is there like a bunch of crazy Canadians that are just incredibly badass at BMX and boarding that I don't know about? Like, who are you thinking that's going to take the gold? 1-1 pitch. Pitch is high and inside. 2-1 count. We're in the top of the third. Mariners and A's knotted up here at 0. Estes on the mound and Mitch Haniger in the box. Pitch is in the zone for a strike. 2-2 count. Big swing and a miss. Got him. There goes Haniger. And I just want consistent pieces. I don't even need to have big name guys. I just want guys that are going to be as close to 300 as possible. Guys that have a good positive attitude, in the clubhouse, and guys that want to win and that, that are willing to sacrifice a little bit. And I feel like, we have, some pieces in play, but there's definitely a lot of positions that could be upgraded based on our roster right now. But with that being said, number 1 strikeout team, the pitching staff sometimes is hit or miss, bullpen sometimes is hit or miss. But again, with all that being said, we're still in first place. And in my opinion, I still think that we're the 3rd best team in the American League right now with the Yankees and the Orioles. Even though you got teams like the Guardians and the Royals that will have a similar record or maybe even a couple more wins than us, but I still think our team is a little bit better than those two. Even though that we've lost to those teams already this season, but I know we can get a little bit of payback the next time around. Pitches outside, 2-1 count. Australia and New Zealand. Oh, okay. 2-1 pitch to Canzone, popped up a mile. Leday is there. Routine for Leday. 2 away. Come on, Dom. We need you, baby. Next up for the Mariners, second baseman, Dylan Moore. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. We'll try to get to 20 likes. Once we hit 20, we'll go to 30. Once we get to 30, we'll try to go to 40. And then if everything starts popping off, we might even be able to get to a 50, which we did a couple days ago. Top of the third, 0-0, Mariners and A's. We're still waiting to see who's going to get the first base knock for their respective teams. And hopefully we'll get something going here. Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners and Joey Estes for the A's. Let's go, Demo. Pitches inside towards his face. 2-1 count. Arbitration. Pitches in the zone for a strike. 1-2 count. Yeah, I'm not really big on Polanco and Garv. I don't really like guys that we bring in. And I feel like that way for all sports. Basketball, baseball, football, hockey. Like, it's always nice to be able to get a trade, but you're expecting whatever they did on their previous team that they're going to do the exact same for your team or better. And most of the time, it doesn't work out. Like I said, that's why it's so important to be able to draft and have a good farm system and have guys come within the organization. Every once in a while, you'll make a smart move and you'll grab like a Luis Castillo from the Reds. But I always like rooting for the guys that we draft or the guys that we bring up in our own system. And I don't know if you guys are the same way, but I don't know. I just feel with guys that you trade, more times than not, it ends up being a failure. And, Polanco and Garv have not been good. Big swing and a miss for Demo. Estes is on fire so far. Take a look at the numbers here for the pitchers. I don't know if anyone anticipated a pitching duel today, but I guess this is where we're at. All right, Joey, let's look at your stat line. You actually have been doing pretty good here so far. But also the Mariners, swing at everything, and we're the number one strikeout team in the last 100 years plus. We are number one. So almost anybody, doesn't matter if you have an ERA of 1 billion, you're going to get Ks on the Mariners. So we got 3 innings pitched, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, 5 Ks. That's embarrassing. We have to be much better than this. Estes has a 1-1 record with a 6.10 ERA. But if I would have told you he had an ERA of 1, you probably would have believed it based on the 5 Ks that he already has. Come on, Mariners. Fucking A. Let's take a look at Logan Gilbert here in comparison. Logan Gilbert, 2 innings pitched, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, only 2 Ks. Come on, baby. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Let's see who's due up for the Athletics. Due up for the A's right fielder, Daz Cameron. Batting second baseman, Zach Geloff. And batting third, shortstop, Max Schumann. Go, Ems. Wake up, baby. Oh, really? Yeah. Like they had Yordan Alvarez. Not a lot of people recognize that. You go back and you look at a lot of the names that the Dodgers have had. They have so many players in the farm system that every once in a while a guy will slip through the cracks like a Yordan Alvarez. I mean, like I mentioned this like a week ago. Imagine if you had Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and then Yordan Alvarez in your first 4. I mean, how crazy that would be. And we know Yordan will strike out a lot as well. He's starting to see a little bit of the baseball and getting singles and doubles a little bit more often this year in 2024 out of the games that I've watched. He still has that home run power. And a lot of guys that are built like that are either home run or strikeout, kind of like a DH. But we know he can play, obviously, a positional player position as well. But very true. Bottom of the third, 0-0 Mariners and A's. Logan Gilbert on the mound and Daz Cameron in the box. I wonder if he was named after the rapper Daz Dillinger. 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Julio is there on the run. There we go. No fly zone. One away. Next up for the A's, second baseman, Zach Geloff. Appreciate that. Odin with a 7 to get us on the board. Appreciate you. On top of Megan's. Oh, that was hit tough. Back. Gone. Fuck. 1-0 Athletics. Gary in the building. What's good? Odin with a 7. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. $7 holla. And of course, the day that I end up putting Zach on the thumb, what happens? He ends up going yard. Unbelievable. I don't know what it is, man. Like, I always end up selecting someone that I feel that's going to have a good game, you know, whether I want to admit it or not, you know, even if it's on the opposing team. And that's tough. Wasn't looking forward to having him go yard, but I thought maybe he could have a 2-hit day today. And he decides to really put a stamp on his at-bat here today. 1-0 A's. At least it wasn't a 2-run or 3-run blast. Put us in a deep hole there. Geloff. Next up, shortstop, Max Schumann. Appreciate you, Odin. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. Megan with a 5. Appreciate you. Schumann popped up. Towards right field, the can zone. 2 away. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little Cactus Jack, bang, bang, $5 holla. We're at 17, 83 to go. Appreciate the 2 of you so far. Thanks for Elliot for liking, reposting the live stream as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. First pitch right down the middle for a strike to Abraham Toro, the former Mariner. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We got 40 people watching. We got 23 on the YouTube side, but only 15 likes. They don't have a like button on the Twitter/X side. So for those other 8 people that haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. So that way we can get to 20 and then we can move on to our secondary goal of getting to 30. We're at 15 likes. 23 in the room on the YouTube side, 17 on the Twitter/X side. 1-1 pitch to Abraham Toro. Pitch is high and outside. 2-1 count. Let's go, Logan. 2-1 pitch from Gilbert to Toro. Chop towards first base. Foul. Thank you to the few of you that listened. We're at 17 now. 3 more to go to hit 20. See if we can get 3 more in the next 12 minutes within the first hour. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Oakland with a solo dinger from Geloff. Chop foul by Abraham Toro. Count is still 2-2. All right, Zach, I see you. Only 1 home run today, though. I can't have you get more than 1. Still got to get 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. 2-2 pitch. Gilbert to Toro. Pitches low and into the dirt. 3-2 count. Count is full. Three-two pitch. Popped up. Routine play to Luke Raley. Got him. The damage is done. Zach Geloff. One zero. Who's up here for the Mariners? Need to start a rally here. Already a third of the way through the game, and we have no hits. Let's go. And luckily for the A's, the one single hit they have so far is a solo dinger. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, third baseman, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. And batting third, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Try dance up, my guy. You're long overdue. Hopefully we end up getting a homer from him either today or tomorrow. Let's go, baby. We need you. When JP and Julio start flowing, then the Mariner team will start flowing. Let's go. Absolutely. I got you. Squeeze in a few more. Next break. All right, come on, JP. Pitches inside. 1-0 count. We're already in the top of the fourth. This game is moving by very quickly. We're not even an hour in, and we're already halfway through the matchup already. Second pitch right in the zone there from Estes to JP. 1-1 count. Come on, JP. Pitches in the zone for a strike. Behind in the count, 1-2. Pitches inside, 2-2 count. Come on, JP. Chop foul. Count remains 2-2. JP pops it up. Abraham Toro is there. Nice rundown in foul territory. 1 away. Come on, JP. We need you. 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. Let's go, Hollywood. Rojas. JJ Bleday is there. 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, center fielder, 0 for 1 with a K, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Daniel in the building. What's good? Julio pops that one foul. 0-1 count. Yeah, I got myself a little energy drink here. Trying to cut back on the booze and the beer. trying to be a little bit more healthy. Julio. Routine play to J.J. Bleday in center. 3 up and 3 down. That's the story for the Mariners. Estes having a great game, pitching himself a no-hitter so far. Obviously, Logan Gilbert's only given up 1 hit, but the hit was a homer. So we'll see where this goes. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 Oakland. They're looking good today. Next up for the A's, 0 for 1 with a K, left fielder Miguel Andujar. Batting second, number 3 in the order, center fielder J.J. Bleday. 0 for 1, probably will get a hit at this at bat. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a K, DHing for the Athletics, Brent Rooker. Another individual that we have to keep an eye on here in this matchup. Get a few more photos in here for Megan. And Odin, if there's anything specific that you want to see, let me know. I got you. Make some room here. JT in the building, what's good? Pitch is inside. You want some Jorge Posada? Okay. One-0 pitch from Gilbert to Andujar. Out of the zone, but called to strike. 1-1 count. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Athletics. One pitch. Top foul. Behind in the count now, 1-2. Pitches inside, 2-2 count. Come on, Logan. Come on, baby. We need the good Logan Gilbert here today. Focus, brother. Let's go. 2-2 pitch from Gilbert. Chopper towards first. Flip to Logan Gilbert. There we go. 1 away. Game is flying by. Next up for the Athletics, center fielder 0 for 1, J.J. Bleday. Bleday in between the gap. Nice hit off the wall. Stand up double for J.J. Bleday. Nice hit for J.J. Sometimes you just know, if you watch enough baseball, you know the individuals that more than likely that are going to do some damage regardless of the pitcher. And J.J. Bleday is typically one of those guys. Had a pretty good outing last night, and he's continuing his hot streak here into today. Nice job. I'm not a hater. Next up, DHing for the Athletics, Brent Rooker. double leaders in the majors. JJ Bleday is only 5 behind Alec Boehm for first. He's at 18. All right, JJ, I see you. Pitch is high, 1-0 count. Come on, Logan. One-0 pitch from Gilbert to Rooker. Big swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Come on, Logan. Popped up. Ty France is there. Oh, my. Unbelievable. How do you not fucking catch that, Ty? Jesus Christ. Easy out to be able to get here. I mean, yes, I know it's in foul territory. Only about, 8 feet from first base? Golly, off his mitt. Doesn't even fucking catch it. Unbelievable. By France with an error. Pitches inside and jammed him. Count remains 2-2. Bottom of the fourth. Runner at second. 1-0 Oakland. Come on, baby. Wake up, Mariners. Check swing. Did he go? There we go. Nice punch out there. A little bit of a cheap strikeout on a check swing right there, but we'll take it. He definitely went around. Only 3 Ks for Logan so far. A little bit of an off day for him. But he hasn't given up, 5-6 runs early. That's when you know it's going to be a terrible day for Seattle. So we're obviously still in it. Next up for the Athletics, Shea Langeliers. Catching tonight for the Athletics. I like this jersey combination with the batting helmet. It's clean. Reminds me of like the Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire days. The Bash Bros. 0 for 1 with a flyout in the second. 204 batting average. 12 homers in 2024 for Shea Langeliers. 1-1 pitch. Pitch is high. Out of the zone. 2-1 count. Two-one pitch. Big swing and a miss. Big rip by Shea Langeliers. 2-2 count. Shot foul behind the plate. Count remains 2-2. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Athletics. Runner at second. 2-2 pitch from Gilbert. The Langeliers got him. There we go. We'll leave it stranded, but Mariners need to get a hit. 0 runs, 0 hits, and an error. Not good. Go, baby. Wake up. See if we can get a couple Posadas here for my boy Odin's son, the OG. Posada, Derek Jeter, Bernie Williams. We don't need to bring up A-Rod. Top of the fifth, 1-0 Oakland. They were dominant back then. That's for damn sure. Let's see who's up next here for the Seattle Mariners in the top of the fifth. Let's wake up, baby. Due up for the Mariners, 0 for 1. Catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting second, playing first base, need to avenge that error that he made in foul territory. First baseman, Ty France. And batting third this inning, left fielder, Luke Raley. Take a look at Joey Estes' numbers. 4 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 5 Ks. Logan Gilbert starting to catch up, though, after only having a K, and it's getting a little bit better, even though he gave up that solo dinger. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 Ks. Only 1 K behind. Let's go, baby. Come on, Cal. Wake up, baby. Go, big dumper. 0-1 pitch to big dumper. Big swing and a miss. Behind in the count, 0-2. Let's go, baby. Wake up. Chop that one foul. Count remains 0-2. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We need one more person to get to 20. We have, what do we got? 19 out of 27 people watching on the YouTube, and then we got another 20 watching on Twitter/X. So one more to hit 20. I know we can do that, and then we should be on our way to 30. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Help us get to 20 and beyond. It'll help us with the algorithm. John in the building. What's good? Oh, just foul. Yeah, that's why I talk about mental health, so often, Odin, because like I said, I've gone, through the ups and the downs. I know you have, and almost every mod or, regular has gone through it, either going through it now or have gone through it recently or within the last 6 months to a year. And sometimes, just being able to make some changes in your life with the people that you hang around, the diet, the exercise, the food, just trying to make minor adjustments to your daily routine. Popped up to JJ Blade. One away. But that's why, we can talk about sports and wrestling. And again, that's, the premise of the channel, but it's more than that. We'd like to talk about life, and the problems that we're going through, and we try to be able to support each other to, make sure that we can win the day. Things are already tough enough, wherever you guys are living, in your part of the country. It's always nice to be able to come somewhere where you feel safe, you feel loved, and most importantly, you feel heard here. I feel there's a lot of channels where you're never going to be heard, unless you end up donating, and then they end up saying your name and then your little comment. But that doesn't mean they give a shit about you. They care about the dono, but they don't really know who you are or care about you. So I think that's kind of the main difference. We really try to be able to gain really strong bonds and connections here. Little chop swing, check swing. Throw to first, 2 away. That was a terrible at bat by Ty France. I think it's one thing that anybody can listen. How many people can actually comprehend? There's a difference between listening and comprehending, and actually having the sympathy and the empathy, and also understanding, different types of people, men, women, how they think, and depending where you're located in the country or out of the states, everyone's going through different things. But, like I said, if I can make things just a little bit better for someone that's in the gutter, then I feel like I've won the day. 0-1 pitch from Estes to Luke Raley in the zone behind the count 0-2. Come on, Luke. Popped up. Andujar is there, 3 up and 3 down. This has been a very odd, game so far. It's already flying by. We're already in the middle of the 5th inning. We don't have any hits or any runs. Very uncharacteristic for the Mariners. I know once Estes goes out, then we're going to have a sprint for 3 innings to try to make up the difference. And hopefully we're not down by 3 or 4 runs at that point. But, crazy, and it shows you that even though Estes has a 1-1 record and ERA of 6.10, we never would know it. With him throwing a no-hitter up to this point, halfway through the matchup. He's 5 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, and the number one thing, 0 walks, and he's got 5 Ks. So you got to give Joey Estes and the Athletics a little bit of love for playing well today after that heartbreaking loss yesterday. All right, see who's up here next for the Athletics. Next up for the A's, first baseman 0-1, J.D. Davis. Batting second, right fielder Daz Cameron. And batting third, second baseman Zach Geloff. And he is the only individual, actually they have 2 hits now, but he was the only individual at that point in the 3rd inning with a hit, but it did lead to a solo blast to center field about 399 feet for Geloff. That's what I get for putting him on the thumb today. Go, baby. Let's take a quick look at Logan Gilbert's numbers. Obviously not as good as Geloff's, but he's getting closer. He's only given up the 1 home run. He only has 2 hits. It's a 2-hitter on our end, so not terrible. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 Ks. So we'll see where it goes, and hopefully he'll start to heat up here a little bit and not lose his touch. Because as we know, a lot of pitchers, once they get into the 5th, 6th, 7th inning, that location and that speed start going away. Scotty Mack in the building. What's good? Yeah, and I feel I'm one of the only ones, that covers sports and wrestling that, definitely goes out of their way, to put up the graphic and to talk about it multiple times in the stream. There will be some streams if you're in the chat and it comes up that maybe a host will go over it. But I definitely am a mental health advocate. I feel that it's very important, to be able to talk about it just based on my personal experiences, and to understand that, just because I'm a host, and I have a YouTube channel doesn't mean that I'm so much different than the people that are watching me. And I feel that if you can gain those connections and bonds with people, then they can relate to you, For some people, they can't feel like they can relate with the host, depending on if they're famous or how many subs they have, or they don't have a connection with the host, so they don't really feel like they have that ability to kind of connect. But I feel I'm the most accessible streamer, and I want to make sure people feel heard. It's really important, and regardless if someone donates or not, I want to let people know that, you care, as long as you have some chat etiquette and you're not crazy in the chat, then you're going to be just fine, and you'll be a part of the Northwest Sports Fanatics Fanatic family. Bottom of the 5th, 1-0 A's. One away. 0-1 pitch to Daz Cameron. Nice follow-through swing right in front of Julio Rodriguez. Bloop single for Daz. Daz Dillinger Cameron. All right, Daz, I see you. I used to listen to a lot of Daz Dillinger and Corrupt back in my day. Next up for the Athletics with the solo dinger in the third, second baseman Zach Geloff. How you doing today, Scotty? You doing well? Hopefully you're doing good. Pitch right down in the zone for a strike, a 1 count. I could throw up some Larry Bird photos. Regardless if you can donate any more or not. I can throw that up for if you want to see some Larry Bird. I'm a big Larry Legend fan. Bottom of the fifth, 1-0 Athletics. Wild throw by Logan Gilbert, and now Daz goes from first to third base. Unbelievable. What the fuck are we doing today? It's like we're playing the game is tomorrow, because as anyone knows, when we play in the morning or in the early afternoon, we're fucking terrible. We're a very good evening team, right? But we're not a very good, typical morning team at 9 or 10 a.m. or even at noon or 1. And we play tomorrow at 12:30. And again, Logan Gilbert was good at the beginning of the year, but in the last month or so, he's been kind of dog shit. I mean, he's only given up a run so far, but again, he's starting to go, kind of towards the George Kirby, Luis Castillo, Bryce Miller, where those guys were really, really good or really, really bad. There was no in between. And Logan was the best pitcher the Mariners had for the first 20 or 30 games. He was the guy. And then Brian Wu came off the injury, and now Brian Wu is the number 1 pitcher in the 5 spot. And just when I thought maybe, Logan was starting to find himself, it seems like, he's still a little bit shaky. And again, it's not like he's terrible. He's only given up a run. But these little fucking mental errors like this is how you lose. And then he ends up sliding into home. 2 wild pitches by Logan Gilbert to have Daz Cameron, who never plays for the Athletics, go from first to third on a wild pitch to first, and then another wild pitch that Cal can't recover from, a flip to Logan Gilbert late. Daz slides in safe, and now it's 2-0 Athletics. Terrible. I mean, if I were to tell you that this was the game that was on Thursday morning, you would believe it. But we're playing in the evening. I don't get it why we're playing like this, but again, that's why I feel like the confidence level of Logan Gilbert was at an all-time high. But once Brian Wu came back, it kind of went down. And like I said, I'm not seeing the same type of swagger and same type of control with his pitches that he had earlier in the season. It was nice to see George Kirby, get bailed out with that 9K performance, but I don't really have a lot of faith in Logan Gilbert or George Kirby or Bryce Miller or Luis Castillo. Right now, really the only one that I have faith in and believe in is Brian Wu. I'm not saying that I hate the other 4 pitchers and they're terrible. I just don't trust them. Like I said, I have to be able to get a few good quality wins in a row for me to start trusting you. And another bloop single for Geloff. We might have to pull him. Golly. And we already know George Kirby has a knee issue. Well, what's the excuse for Logan Gilbert? Not good right here. Next up, shortstop Max Schumann, 0 for 1. And these are the type of games that we have to win. Again, we're going to have teams like the Texas Rangers, the Cleveland Guardians, the Minnesota Twins. There's going to be some tough fucking matchups this month. We got to take advantage of the bad teams and try to win as many as possible. If we play, a 3-game series, we got to try to sweep her, at the worst case, 2 out of 3. But after sweeping the Angels, I know the A's are much improved from last year, but this is a potential series that we could sweep. We won yesterday, barely, and if we don't get any hits here late in the game, we're not going to win this one. And we got Brian Wu tomorrow, but the game is at 12:30. So even though it's early, I do believe Brian Wu will play well tomorrow, and he'll help us win tomorrow. But I don't know, Logan Gilbert, what's going on, my guy? I like Daz's speed. He doesn't have a whole lot of at-bat so far in 2024. Well, the way that the game is going right now, I mean, I know that we are going to get into some kind of rally, at some point. We're going to end up getting 2 or 3 consecutive hits, but what are we going to have? Or one of the hits going to be a homer? Or are we going to leave them stranded? And again, it's not looking too good, really, at this point. You have to understand where we're sitting. We're in the bottom of the 5th. We don't have any hits. We have more errors than hits. So how the hell are we going to win the game when Logan Gilbert is reeling on the mound? And then we already know our bullpen has some injuries, and we're not going to have any help from Munoz for a couple days, obviously with that sore back when he fell to the ground yesterday. I don't trust a lot of the guys in the bullpen. So I know that we can, get 2 or 3 runs, somewhere between the 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th. But the flow of the game so far, it's not good. When's the last time the Mariners have been this deep in a game with no hits and 2 errors for that matter? So, I've watched every single game so far in 2024, and I've streamed almost every single game so far in 2024, and this is one of the shittier performances. We're not getting blown out 7-0, something like that at this point, but we might as well be. We're in not a very good position. We can turn it around, but if they keep adding on, more hits and more runs, we're going to get down 4-0, 5-0, and we won't be able to come back. JP, throw to first. 2 away. There we go. I hope we come back and win. I'm going to stay optimistic and whatnot, but again, we have 0 hits and we're already halfway through the game. That's not a good look. And Logan Gilbert is starting to reel on the mound. So, again, that's why it's so crucial for the Mariners to get 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits as like the medium, that we have to hit that number. And if we don't, we lose 90 to 95% of the time. But this year, we've been getting a little lucky in the lower scoring games of 4 runs, 3 runs. And those matchups were like 50-50, where we might be able to win where we get 3 or 4. But there's a lot of games where, if we have under 3 runs, the record is terrible. It's like 2-15 or something. So again, and right now we have 0. Not only 0 runs, but 0 hits. So we don't even really have anything to we at least had a couple guys stranded in this inning. We're going to be able to get it going in the next inning. We can't even say that. We haven't even had the ability to have any double plays on us because we haven't even got one fucking person on base yet. So we'll see. We will see, Cassidy. We will see. Pitch is outside. 1-0 count to Abraham Toro. Pitch is in the zone for a strike. 1-1 count. But I'll still stay positive. Like I said, as anyone that watches baseball on a regular basis knows, it's 2 separate games. It's when the first part of the game is when the starting pitchers are in, and the second part of the game it starts over, and that's when the relievers come in. And a lot of times, if you're getting rocked by a starter, you just have to wait for the bullpen to come in. And more times than not, they're not going to play as good as the starter. And you're going to have an opportunity with your bats to be able to light it up for an inning, a 2, or possibly 3. So, it's not ideal, but we could still come back. But so far at this point, it's not looking too good. Pitch is outside, 2-2 count. But this definitely reminds me of like an early morning game where we're just not in a routine. We're wiping the crust out of our eyes. They're not in their, regular, kind of swagger type vibe, no aura. Throw to first. The damage is done. And even though it's not a lot, it's only 2-0. But when you have no hits halfway through the game, it might as well be 4-0 because that's what it feels like. And anyone that watches baseball will understand what I'm saying. Golly. Bottom of the 3rd. Geloff got that homer, 399 feet. And then we ended up having Daz Cameron go from 1st to 3rd on a wild pitch and then another wild pitch from 3rd to home. That's just unexcusable. You can't have that happen. Unbelievable. Let me see if I can squeeze in a Larry Bird here for you, Odin. See what I can find. goats. Larry Legend and MJ. That's a great one. See if I can squeeze in one more. Top of the 6, 2-0 Athletics. Joey Estes wheeling and dealing so far. No hitter in the top of the 6. I would say that's excellent. See a Joey's stat line here. 5 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 5 Ks. Unbelievable. In the box for the Mariners, Mitch Haniga. Pitch is high and inside, 2-1 count. Come on, Mariners. And the crazy thing is Estes is only 65 pitches in. That is crazy. Yeah, next commercial break, I got you, Megan. We'll get some dead in there for you. Little chopper, throw to first. 1 away. God damn, are we going to get a no-hitter on us? And then it's like one thing if it happens to like the Yankees got a no-hitter on us or the Orioles or the Dodgers or the Phillies, but not the fucking Athletics. No disrespect, but I mean, it's not like the A's or the A's from like the 80s and 90s with like Canseco and McGuire and Carney Langsford and Walt Weiss and Dave Stewart and Dennis Eckersley. This is not the same type of team, but it shows you anyone can, wheel and deal at any given time. And Estes is wheeling and dealing, but it also shows you the inability of the Mariners to be able to hit game in and game out. Some games we're going to be able to hit and other games we're not. And we're the number 1 strikeout team in the last 100 years. It's crazy. Little flip to first, 2 away. I mean, we're looking like an amateur team out here today. But you got to give the Athletics credit. Pitching has been good for Estes today. Next up for the Mariners, second baseman, Demo Dylan Moore. Pitches outside, 1-0 count. Routine play. Andujar's got it. Golly, 3 up and 3 down. This is embarrassing. Great game so far for the Athletics. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0 Oakland. Due up for the Athletics, 0 for 2 with a K, left fielder Miguel Andujar. Batting second this inning, 1 for 2, center fielder J.J. Bleday. And batting cleanup third in this inning, DHing for the Athletics, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, Brett Rucka. And like I mentioned multiple times on the stream, make sure you're taking care of your mental health. Addiction, depression, anxiety, these are things that a lot of us are going through on the daily or have gone through in the past. If you feel like you're slipping into the darkness a little bit, make those minor adjustments to your daily routine. Exercise, eat a little bit better, listen to music, hang out with friends. Make sure that you are making those minor adjustments to your daily routine that can really turn things around and help you win the day. Popped up. Ty France is there. One away. There we go. Next up for the Athletics, center fielder, J.J. Bleday. 1 for 2 so far. Got to watch him. He's very dangerous as a hitter. Pitch is low and into the dirt. 1-1 count. Come on, Logan. Not the best outing for him. 5.1 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 Ks. So it's not like he's got like 5 walks and he's given up a bunch of home runs, but had 1 bad pitch to Geloff and then a couple of bad pitches that ended up leading to some errors that brought in that second run. And even though it's 2-0, it kind of feels like it's 6-0 right now, if I'm being honest. Come on, Mariners. Bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Oakland. Come on now. There we go. Nice K there by Logan Gilbert. Few and far between, but we still got to celebrate him. There we go. Six Ks for Logan Gilbert. So that's 5 Ks for Logan Gilbert. So he's tied Estes so far. Next up for the Athletics, Brent Rooka. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 276 batting average, 12 homers and 39 ribbies in 2024. Popped up. Should be a routine play for Julio. No fly zone. There we go. And then I don't know how long they're going to go with Estes. Obviously, with his pitch count right now, he's only sitting at, 70? So shit. I mean, if they wanted to, at this point, he could end up going the whole game if they really wanted him to. I'm not sure how far they're going to go, but he's got a no-hitter right now. So it wouldn't really make any sense to pull him at this point since he's having so much success. But again, nowadays, pitchers get pulled at certain pitch counts or certain innings. But I mean, if I'm Oakland, why would I pull Estes? I mean, you have a chance for something that he's probably never got in his career, no hitter. So Logan Gilbert right now is on 83. So I mean, he could go one more inning, but I don't know. He's not really looking that good today. I mean, we've only given up 2 runs, but the last run that he gave up, first one was a homer, right? And then the second one was 2 wild pitches that led to some errors and a runner, for Daz going from first to third and third to home. So has not been pretty today. We have more errors than hits. So that kind of tells you the story of the day. It reminds me of a game that we would normally play in the morning or the early afternoon, which is tomorrow. So hopefully it's not like this tomorrow with Brian Wu, which I don't think it will be. But hopefully it gets better. All my Mariner buddies are like, what the hell's going on today? Fuck, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. All right, see who's up for the Mariners here in the top of the 7th. We're running out of time. But I mean, shit, if Estes goes all the way, he might not even get a hit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at some point he's going to get tired, and you would think someone on the Mariners would get lucky enough to get a hit or 2, but I mean, he's been dialed in pretty well so far. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, third baseman Hollywood Josh Rojas. And batting third this inning, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Wake the fuck up, Julio. Go, baby. There's JP. All the way back to the warning track. Off the wall. There we go. Finally, first hit for the Mariners. Took us to the fucking 7th inning. I think this is the latest that it's taken us to get our first hit of the year. And I've been doing pretty much every game all season, and I don't remember us going scoreless or hitless this long. So this has got to be a record. There we go, JP. Next up, third baseman Hollywood Josh Rojas. And hopefully that's the beginning of a nice little trend here. Let's go. Finally. Trevor in the building. What's good? Chop foul. Let's go. You know, like I said, I watch every game. I might not stream every game, but out of 162 games, my goal is to do 140 plus. So there'll be like 10 to 20 games that are either on at really early in the morning that I'll watch, but I won't stream. But the goal is to do, you know, like 95% of the matchups throughout the year, you know, besides a few of them that are on at like maybe 9 or 10 in the morning. Or 11 in the morning. Top of the 7th, 2-0 A's, Estes with him a one-hitter so far. And that hit just happened. Stand-up double by J.P. Crawford. Crazy that a guy that could potentially have had a no-hitter into the 7th or a one-hitter at this point had an ERA above 6 going into the game. Shows you the struggles the Mariners have had with their bat. And that's why we need to be active in the trade deadline. Not necessarily for Pete Alonso, Bo Bichette, or Vlad Jr., but we need to improve, you know, and get some different chemistry with these bats. Jorge Polanco, bust. Mitch Garver, bust. At least Luke Raley for Jose Caballero. That one has worked out. But again, you know, they went for the, you know, cheaper options, you know, and not as well-known names, thinking that they would be able to, you know, produce like they did on their former teams, the Rangers and the Twins, but it hasn't been pretty for Polo or Garv for the Mariners so far in 2024. But we're still in first place. So, I mean, again, we've had 2 guys that we brought in. They've sucked. You know, again, we're the number 1 strikeout team out of any team in the last 100 years. The Mariners are number 1 at this point, which is a wild stat to be a part of. Right? Pitching has been hit or miss. Bullpen has either been great or terrible. But with all that being said, we got a great farm system. And again, we're in first place. And if we can just make some minor tweaks to this team, you know, there is a possibility of us making a deep run this year. Top of the 7th, 2-0 A's. Runner at second, J.P. Crawford. 3-2 pitch to Hollywood Josh Rojas from Estes. Popped up. Should be a routine out. Daz Cameron is there. One away. JP tagging up. Nope. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with a K. Center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. This would be a great time for this, right? To tie up the game, to give us a little bit of juice and energy, and then that would end up putting Estes out of the game. But I don't know. I don't know if I feel it today. Maybe tomorrow. But come on, Julio. Are they making a pitching change with Estes now? Wow, they're going away from Estes. He gave up 1 hit, and they're pulling him. I don't know if I agree with that. Wow, this might be good for the Mariners then, because if Estes kept going, I mean, I don't think he would have given up any more than 3 or 4 hits total, and who knows if he would even have given up a run. I mean, he gave up 1 hit, a double, and then the... All right, well, I don't agree with that, but again, I'm not an A's fan, so good for us. Let's go. I mean, I think at least I would have let him finish this top of the 7th. And then if you wanted to, you know, have him go out and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure, what is he at on his pitch count? He's not even in the 90s yet. Hell, he wasn't even in the 80s. He was at, 78. 58 strikes out of 78 pitches, right? He didn't give up his first hit until like a minute ago. What are they thinking? 0 runs for the Mariners. 1 hit. We just got it a minute ago from J.P. Crawford. 2 errors. And he's only had 78 pitches and they pulled him. All right, well, we'll see if that ends up being a mistake or not, and see if the Mariners can capitalize. Like the ultimate short leash. I mean, he didn't even hit 80, let alone 90 pitches. 1 hitter? You're not going to let the guy like be able to make a little bit of a name for himself. You're not going to reward a guy that's 1-1 with an ERA of 6.10 going into the game. And he pitches a 1-hitter into the 7th, and you pull him at 78 pitches. Who the fuck does that? He probably can't believe it. All right, they're bringing in Adams in. And he brought his ERA down from 6.10 to 4.67 just based off this game today. Great job by Estes. Now you got Austin Adams throwing some sidearm bullshit. Come on, Julio. Bring that electricity to the lineup. Let's go. Julio pops that one foul. 1-1 count. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Smash that like button if you haven't got a chance to do it yet. We got 50 people watching based off the platforms. I hope that we're over 20 by now. We got 31 people watching on the YouTube side, 20 plus on the Twitter/X side. What are we at? We're at 23. We got 32 people watching on the YouTube side. So for those other 9 people that haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. Help us out. Help us get to 30. So that way we can hit the algorithm. And it'll be better for the channel overall with those metrics. And then if you're on the Twitter/X side, hop on over to the YouTube side, smash that like button, and then go back if you want to. It takes 1 second to go over to the YouTube channel to show some support. I mean, especially if you're watching me every day, it's the least you can do. If you don't want to comment, fine. If you don't want to share the stream, fine. If you don't want to donate, fine. But if you're watching on the Twitter/X side every day, you can take 1 second out of your day, go to the YouTube channel, hit the like button, and then go back. I mean, I don't think that's asking too much. 2-2 pitch from Adams to Julio. Pitch is low. 3-2 count. Go Mariners, try dance up, baby. Time is called by Julio. I mean, just the fact that his ERA was 6.10 and had a no-hitter going into the 7th and only had 1 hit, give the guy a little bit of confidence and attaboy, let him keep going. I mean, yes, there's a chance that the Mariners catch up, but how realistic would it be that we get everything this inning? We got runners at first and second now with 1 out, but if Estes was still in, maybe he gets out of the inning, right? So this might end up costing the A's the game, especially if we can end up getting a run or 2 here, because if we get a run or 2 here, we're probably going to score in the 8th or the 9th to possibly win. It just depends if we can get at least 1 run in this inning. We don't have to get 2 runs or 3 runs or 4 runs. Hell, we only have 2 hits total, right? But if we can get 1 run this inning before the inning ends, I think that would be really big. Obviously, anything above 1 would be like a miracle, based on how the game has gone. But again, the first part of the game is with the starting pitchers. Once they go out, it's a whole new ball game. Anything can happen. Nice job by Julio. We got runners at first and second now. Next up in the box, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Best case scenario, he does this. And then all of a sudden we're up 3-2. And then Estes starts throwing shit into the dugout and losing his goddamn mind. Which I know he wouldn't do, but internally in his brain, that's what he would be doing. 1 swing and we can take the lead. Not saying it's going to happen here, but it would be sweet. Especially with the sidearm thrower out of Adams. The only way you're going to go yard on it if he pitches it right down the middle, which is possible now with a 3-0 count. And now you got McFarland, a lefty that's warming up. McFarland looks like he could star in Sons of Anarchy. Come on, baby. Come on, Cal. Pitches in the zone for a strike. Would have jammed him if he would have swung right there. Little inside. 3-1 count. Come on, Cal. I don't even need Cal to get a home run. Just get a fucking RBI. You know, let's just get someone. Let's get JP to score, Julio to third, Cal to first, and then we can have runners on first and third with one out, and then we'd have a good opportunity to get another run and tie it up 2-2. Come on, baby. Three-one pitch. Fuck. Popped up to a routine play in the Athletics. JJ Bleday is always there. 2 away. Fuck. And it shows you like how big moments are when you can't hit. You know, there's certain teams that will get double plays on them. You know, they'll get bases loaded and they leave them stranded. 2 guys on first and third, leave them stranded. And then eventually they end up getting the runs. But what happens if you're the fucking Mariners and you only have 2 hits total? Every time you leave them stranded when you're not hitting, it hurts even more. And then, then you got to replay that same scenario in your head in the next inning. Hopefully, Ty France can come up big here. Top of the 7th, runners at first and second with 2 outs. We're down by 2 runs. First baseman Ty France in the box. It's like I almost wouldn't mind if he ended up walking. You know, I get it. A big RBI would be great, but if we can even just get him on with a hit by pitch, the number 1 hit by pitch player in Major League Baseball, or a walk, that could definitely help us out here. Pitch is high, 1-1 count. Come on, Ty. One pitch from Adams to France. Good eye. 2-1 count. Looking like it could be a walk. And sometimes, taking a walk instead of trying to be the hero, those are big moments in baseball. You want to make sure that you're doing that. And again, number 1 hit by pitch player in Major League Baseball. And there it is. My ESP is strong. There we go, baby. Ty France with a hit by pitch, and I think that if he didn't get hit, he would have been walked. I think that he wasn't going to swing, and he doesn't have to be hero ball. He doesn't have to be like Julio. He can just let his performance and his eyes do the talking, and now we got bases loaded. Next up, left fielder Luke Raley. Let's go. Makes you kind of wonder if they would have kept Estes in. Do they have bases loaded right now? Probably not. They probably get out of the inning. Now they're going to have to try to do whatever it takes, and they're going to be going through pitcher after pitcher after pitcher, and that's how you get back into a game. You play like dog shit, first inning, second inning, third inning, fourth inning, fifth inning, sixth inning, and finally the 7th inning comes around and you get a double. They pull the pitcher, and then now we have a great opportunity on our hands. So we're not saying that we're going to get anything here, but we have a chance, and hopefully we can capitalize with at least a run. I don't need to get greedy. 2, 3, grand salami. That would be great. And if we can get it to 2-1, that'll give us a chance to get 1 in the 8th or the 9th. Maybe go extra innings, and then maybe we win 3-2 in the 10th. You just have to be not greedy. The sports gods know when you're trying to be greedy. So we have a good opportunity here. Let's go. Let's go, Luke. Top of the 7th, 2-0 Athletics. Luke Raley. Let's go, baby. TJ McFarland is in. 30 games, 1-0 record, ERA of 4.24, 1.41 whip, 15 Ks, 6 walks. So Luke. Pitch is outside. McFarland looking like Taylor Saucedo, no control, 3 feet off the plate off the first pitch. Maybe we can end up getting a walk, and then we can just bring in a run. Don't swing, Garv. Just sit there. Pitches outside, 2-0 count. Just sit there. He doesn't even need to swing. This guy is not going to be able to have 3 strikes in the zone. If Garv has that, eye of the tiger, I know your batting average sucks, and you're probably the biggest failure on the team on the Mariners at this point. But if you don't swing here, we will be at 2-1. There's the first strike, 2-1 count. Come on, baby. And if you are going to swing, make sure it's right down the middle. And you got to make sure you have a good follow through. It has to get past that infield. Fuck. Fouled it back. 2-2. Come on, Garv. Yeah, Garv as a PH is absolutely terrible. Like, why the fuck would we put him in? Like, anybody but him. Shit, an injured Jorge Polanco could probably get a hit before Garv does. Pitches inside, 3-2 count. To be very critical here. Is he going to swing, or is he going to see if it ends up being garbage? Because if he ends up going right down the middle and it ends up being a punch out and he doesn't swing, it seems like we're giving up here. It's like, why the hell would we have Mitch Garver in? I don't like this at all. 3-2 pitch. Fucking A. Garbage. Well, there we go. That's what happens when you're Scott Service. Sometimes he'll make good decisions, and that was a terrible one. I got anybody in the lineup, anybody but Mitch Garver. It's like, okay, we have a critical position where we have had no hits, for 7 innings, and then we're going to put in the guy that's got the lowest fucking batting average, a guy that has no confidence, no swagger, no aura, no vibe, and he's going to be the guy that's going to be the hero to hit a grand salami or get an RBI. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Well, at least for the Mariners side, at least we have 2 more innings to try to at least get a run in the 8th and a run in the 9th. And then hopefully we can end up winning 3-2 in the 10th. But wasted opportunity there. I mean, you literally could have had anybody else batting. Anybody. Fucking put the guys on the injured list in there. Garv? That's your fucking choice? Jesus. Oh, golly. I mean, even though I wouldn't have really liked Ryan Bliss in that situation, he probably would have had a better chance getting a hit than fucking Garv. Gosh. Fucking A. This is what it's like to be a Mariner fan on the daily. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 2-0 Athletics. Next up for the A's, 0 for 2 with a K, catcher Shea Langeliers. Batting second, first baseman J.D. Davis. And batting third, right fielder Daz Cameron. And I get it that we don't have Andres Munoz, but why the hell is Logan Gilbert still in the game? I mean, he's 85 pitches in, and I know that he can go to that 90 to 100 range, but I'm not sure if I want Logan Gilbert in the game right now. I'm not saying that the guys in the bullpen are going to do any better, but they're going to have a fresher arm than what you got right now with Logan Gilbert. He hasn't really been very good here in these last couple innings. Josh Rojas, incredible defense at third base. Throw to first, Ty France, 1 away. Next up, first baseman J.D. Davis. But again, if we end up losing this game, there's going to be two critical moments. Like when we thought, with the Athletics, fucking base hit by J.D. Davis there, right? But again, they ended up making a crazy move, with their pitcher only giving up a one-hitter, and they pulled him. It didn't hurt them. They're lucky that we didn't do the damage on them, right? But I don't think that I would have had Mitch Garver with that pinch hit, and I don't think I would have started Logan Gilbert here in the bottom of the seventh. But again, I'm not managing the Mariners. Scott Service is. So sometimes Scott will do a great job, and sometimes he's a fucking idiot. That's plain and simple. Bottom of the 7-2-0 Athletics. Runner at first. Logan Gilbert still out there on the mound. Daz Cameron in the box. Got to pray. I don't even think you're going to be able to get any more punch outs out of Logan Gilbert. We got to pray for a little slow dribbler and a little double play action to get out of this inning. And then we can bring in Bowman in the 8th and then see what we have in the 9th. Oh, Jesus Christ. Logan Gilbert looks like he's pitching in fucking some Pop Warner League, All-Star League in 5th grade. What kind of pitch was that? His mechanics look fucked up. They look off. All right, let's get a double play here, baby. 1-1 pitch. There we go. I get my wish. DP, baby. Double play. There we go. All right, we got 2 innings left. Top of the 8th and the top of the 9th to make something happen. All right, let's see who's up for the Mariners to see if we have any fucking chance. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with a K, Mitch Haniga. Batting second, 0 for 2, right fielder Dominic Canzone. And batting third, second baseman Demo Dylan Moore. Not a good outing, really, for Logan Gilbert, even though it's only 2-0, but he didn't look good. He didn't look dominant out there. And again, it's we have the names, Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, Logan Gilbert. But just because they're big names and we do have a top 5 pitching staff, a lot of times if you're actually watching the games from beginning to end, there's a lot of games where they don't look very good, and then on top of not getting any run support, then they look really bad, even though it's only 2-0, but it feels like 6-0 or 8-0, even though it's not, At least we got one guy I can count on tomorrow. We got Brian Wu pitching, and I think that we'll win with him tomorrow, even though we're playing in the early afternoon at 12:30. But Brian Wu is the only pitcher I trust right now. I don't trust the other 4. I get it. They're big names, and I get it. They can end up, all of them can get 10 Ks at any given point. But as these weeks have gone on, I don't really have confidence in the other 4. They're very hit or miss. It was very nice to see George Kirby with 9 Ks yesterday, but we almost blew it. And so it's we're having a hard time to even get to 8 Ks. 10 Ks is almost out of the question. Now it's 8 is the new 10, and I'm just hoping that we can get the run support that we desperately need. Let's go, Ems. Let's go. We got to believe. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We got almost 50 people watching. We still need 7 more to get to 30. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. 6 more to get to 30. Thank you to whoever just smashed that like button. We're at 24. Let's get to 30 before the game ends. It'll really help out our metric and our analytics. Natoli is in. How many pitchers have they gone through now? Is that their 5th pitcher? No, 4th pitcher. Estes, Adams, McFarland, and Natoli. I don't like Haniger at DH, but I guess it's better than Garv at DH. But we had Mike Ford last year, but it took us 60 games to figure out that was the best option after having fucking Colton Wong and Tommy LaStella and a bunch of fucking garbage. Like, I want to be able to go into a season like when we have an Edgar Martinez where I don't have to fucking worry about the DH position ever. Like, we got a guy, that's the guy, and that's it. We don't have to go through a second guy or a third guy or trade for a guy. Can I get to a point where we actually have a reliable DH like Edgar? Please, for the love of God. Because what we're doing this year, it's not working. Which is in the zone for a strike, 3-1 count. Come on, Hanny, you can do it, baby. Let's go. Step the fuck up. Let's go, baby. And also, we got to get rid of these fucking Navy jerseys. They're bad luck. We go to the Grays. There we go. There we go, Hanny. Thank God. Fucking Hanny channeled in his little Edgar Martinez and ended up getting a little base knock. There you go. Nice job, Hanny. We needed that so desperately. And I don't even need to get 2 runs this inning. Let's just get 1. Unless we get extremely lucky with a 2-run jack from Dominic Canzone. Let's go, baby. 0 for 2. Let's make it 1 for 3. Be a hero. MSU in the building. What's good? Be electric, baby. Let's go, Dom. Big swing and a miss. It's like, I want one guy there. I don't want to platoon a bunch of guys. Reflect in the building. What's good, brother? $10 holla. We still have a chance. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Let's go. And we are the #1 scoring team in baseball in the 8th and the 9th inning. So again, this is not pretty. And let me know what you want to do for photos, Reflect. But again, this is when we start raking sometimes because we suck in the first 6 innings, right? And in the 8th, yeah! Reflect with some great timing. Boom, baby. But we can get hits in the 8th and the 9th. Sometimes not so much in the 7th because we're still feeling that depression and that sadness of what happened to us in the first 6 innings. But usually we'll fucking wake up in the 8th and the 9th realizing, hey, these are the last 2 innings we got. We can't suck ass for the whole game, can we? And there we go. Nice clutch hit. Almost hits the ump. Dominic Canzone, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Annie with a hit. Dommy with a hit. Now we need Demo with one. Let's go. And I think Demo should be higher in the order. When Demo was higher in the order, he plays better. When you have him sitting in the 9 hole, it was like when Josh Rojas was there. He was good in the beginning of the season. JP got hurt. We put him at the top of the order. Dylan can play in the 2 hole or in the 3 hole or in the 5 or the 6 hole. But I need to see Dylan more higher in the order. I don't like him in the 9 hole spot. Appreciate you, Reflect. Hopefully that'll help us get a little bit of good juju here moving forward. Crazy. Estes had a one-hitter. He was going through a no-hitter through 6 innings, gave up a double to J.P. Crawford, and then the manager just pulled him. I don't know if I've ever seen that. And he didn't even get to 80 or 90 pitches. He was at 78. 78 total pitches, 58 of them for strikes. Then you're going to pull them. And then we ended up getting bases loaded. And then by the luck of the sports gods, we didn't get fucking anything that inning because they ended up putting a Mitch Garver to pinch hit, the last human being on planet Earth the Mariners should have had in that situation. But again, it's Scott Service. What can you say? Sometimes good, sometimes decisions not so good. Demo fouls it back. If we can't get at least 1 run with guys at first and second with no outs, I don't know what to say. But it also gets a little scary here because this is a position where you can hit into a double play, right? Anytime you got guys on first and second, you got to be very careful here. Hit by pitch or a walk would be great, but he's behind in the count 0-2. Pitches outside, 1-2 count. Obviously, a 3-run jack would be amazing. A 2-run RBI double would be fantastic. But I don't need to be greedy. It's been pretty rough today. So, we got to take what they're going to give us. We only have 3 hits total. 2 of them are, just happened. Big swing and a miss. There goes Demo. 1 away. Dylan. Dylan. Damn it. Next up, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. 1 for 3, and he was the individual that got our first base knock just a few innings ago. Let's go. Now they're going with another pitcher. Now they're on their 5th pitcher. Estes, Adam, McFarland, Natoli. Now they're bringing in Miller. I will acknowledge that. K is much better than going into a double play. 100% agreed. But we got JP, right? We got Rojas, and we got Julio. So I like that we have these guys up in this situation. And if you go back and look at games in the 8th and 9th inning, when we start off the inning with these guys, or we get to these guys in the inning, we usually end up coming up with something. I'm not saying he's going to end up being a hero and hitting a 3-run jack, but there's always a possibility. And JP has been a little bit hotter as of late. Rojas ended up having like a 3 for 4 day just a couple days ago as well. So I like having those two guys up. Julio, we already know how it goes with him. He's either really hot or he's really not. But I think that we can get something out of JP and Hollywood Rojas here. Fingers crossed. Let's go, baby. Anything specific that you want to be able to see reflect? I got you. Let me know. Top of the 8th with 1 out, 2-0 Athletics. If you're just tuning in, Zach Geloff homered to center in the bottom of the 3rd to give them a 1-0 lead. And then Daz Cameron ended up getting to first base, right? Wild pitch to first from Logan Gilbert. He goes from 1st to 3rd, and then another wild pitch to Cal Holly, and he goes from 3rd to home. And we had more errors than hits through 6 innings. We had 0 runs, 0 hits, and 2 errors. And now we at least have more hits than errors. We have 3, but it's been an ugly, ugly day. And Estes had a no-hitter going into the 7th, had a double from J.P. Crawford, and the manager pulled him with only 78 pitches in. We ended up getting bases loaded that inning, but of course we didn't cash in. But we have a good opportunity here to finally cash in. Let's go. JP chops it foul, 1-1 count. Mr. Stone in the building. Stonehenge in the building. Top of the 8th, runners at 1st and 2nd, 2-0 Oakland. 1-1 pitch from Miller to Crawford. Almost hit him. That was close. That definitely saved the runners from going over for the 2nd and 3rd base right here. If Shea Langoliers doesn't catch this baseball. Nice scoop there. 2-1 pitch from Miller to JP. Fuck, JP. Pops it up a mile. I'm not sure if the runners are going to be able to advance. I don't think so. Nope, not enough room. Fuck. 2 away. So it's like almost same type of thing, like hitting into a double play a couple batters ago. Ay. All right. Well, we got one guy that could possibly be the hero, and his name is Hollywood Josh Rojas. Let's go, Hollywood. Let's go. 0 for 3. Let's make it 1 for 4. I believe in you. Come on, Josh. Rojas tops that one foul. Come on, Hollywood. This might be our last opportunity, because if it goes to the 9th and we don't get at least a run, the game more than likely will be over, even though we are a very good scoring 8th and 9th inning team. But just mentally, if we don't get anything and we leave these guys stranded 2 innings back to back, some of the guys might be checking out and thinking about what's for dinner, what they're going to drink tonight, where they're going to go, who they're going to hang out with. And then obviously we got a early afternoon game, which we normally aren't good at. It's at 12:30 Pacific, but we got Brian Wu, so I know we're winning tomorrow. Fuck. Grounder, 1 hopper. We leave them stranded again. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-0 Athletics. And it shows you, like, even though the Athletics aren't a great team, they're drastically improved from last year. It shows you how hard it is to sweep a team, even if it's a 3-game series. It's very difficult to do that, regardless if you're playing the Nats, the White Sox, the A's, the Angels. Every once in a while, you're going to be able to do it like we did against the Angels and the Reds. But I mean, if we can't figure it out in the 9th, we're probably going to only win 1 or 2 games out of this 3-game set, which is unfortunate. That we're going to have to make it up against the Rangers, the Guardians, the Twins. I mean, we got the White Sox this month and a few other shitty teams, but this was a series that we had a very good chance, if the pitching and the hitting was there, that we could sweep them like we did the Angels, but not looking too hot right now. Bottom of the 8th, 2-0 Oakland. Next up for the Athletics, 2 for 2 with a run and an RBI. I should have known better. I put him on the thumb because I thought he was going to have a good game, and of course he did. Second baseman, Zach Geloff. Batting second, shortstop, Max Schumann. And batting third, the former Mariner, third baseman, Abraham Toro. Let's go, Mariners. Johnny the Plug in the building. What's good, my plug? We got nobody in the starting lineup batting 300. The closest guy that we have to batting 300 right now is Hollywood Josh Rojas at 280. Golly. Zach Geloff in the building. 1-0 pitch from Bowman to Geloff. Popped up. Julio's there. No fly zone. 1 away. Good defense by Julio Rodriguez. We got to get away from these navy blues and go back to the grays. I don't know. We just don't really play very well with these jerseys. Nice job, Julio. Good defense, bud. Next up for the A's, Max Schumann. First pitch is low and outside. 1-0 count. Come on, Mariners. Pitch right down the middle. 97 miles an hour for a strike. 1-1 count. Lauren in the building. What's good? Yeah, bring back the blacks and the grays. Get rid of these fucking navies. The teals are undefeated. The white look good. The teals are arguably the best that we have. I know some people like the cream, and I like the cream more than the blues, but I mean, if I had a choice between the cream and the grays, give me the grays. I feel like the gray is one of the better jerseys, but the Northwest green, the teal, in my opinion, is the best jersey we got. But I have a graphic, based off win-loss record with the jerseys that I ended up sending to Reflect and a few others a couple days ago. Top foul. Bottom of the 8th, 2 away. Next up is Abraham Toro. Get out of this inning, baby. Pitch is high, 1-1 count. I don't know. I just like the gray top with the gray pants. I just think it looks cleaner. I guess it depends if we can end up getting the good quality jerseys that have the big letters on the back. Instead of doing these crappy Fanatic jerseys, that are uber thin that look like Little League jerseys. Hopefully they can move away from all that crap and get back to the good ones. Flip to first. There we go. 3 up and 3 down. All right, we have one last opportunity for the Mariners in the top of the 9th. We're down 2 runs. We are one of the best teams in the 8th and 9th inning for scoring and getting hits, but this one might be a little bit too much to ask, even though we're only down 2-0. It feels like we're down 6-0, but at least we've been starting to hit after Estes went out. All right, baby, let's go. Final 3 outs, baby. Who's going to be the hero for the Mariners? Leading off for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. You want to be a Hall of Famer? You want to be a stud? You want to be popular? Get a fucking hit and help us out. Julio Rodriguez. We've been waiting, boy. 4 homers. Let's make it number 5. Come on, Julio. Wake up. We need you. Batting second, 0 for 3. Catcher, big dumper. Cal Raleigh. And batting third, 0 for 2. First baseman, Ty France. I actually like this trio. I'm not saying that each individual is going to get a base knock, but Julio, Cal, Ty, and Ty won't be greedy. He won't have to necessarily. He doesn't have to be a hero. He don't play hero ball. He'll take a hit by a pitch. He'll take a walk. You won't really see that out of Julio and Cal as much, but we'll see where it goes. Come on, baby. I don't want us to get a donut here. It's time. It's time. All right, it's Mariner Moose time. It's time to rally. Let's go. What's better than 1 Moose? 2. Let's go. First pitch to Julio. Wow. Miller couldn't even get it to Shea Langoliers. 1-0 count. Thank God Julio didn't swing at that. Come on, Julio. Come on, Moose. Pitch is outside. 2-0 count. Can you imagine Julio not swinging at bat and actually getting to first with a walk? Much better than a strikeout, pop up, or ground out. Come on, Julio. Use your eyes, baby. Pitch is inside. 101 by Miller. 2-1 count. 18-2 record after leading after 7 for the Athletics. I know we're like 23-0 when we're ahead by that type of margin as well. Big swing and a miss on that 101 mile an hour pitch by Miller. 4-seam fastball and back-to-back pitches. High and in the zone. 2-2 count. Please, for the love of God, Julio, come on. Come on, Julio. Come on, Julio. Go, J-Rod. See the baseball. 2-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. 3-2 count. Come on, baby. Keep fighting, Julio. Don't think about being a hero and having to hit a home run. A home run only gets it to 2-1. Jesus Christ. Shouldn't have swung at that. Could have been a fucking walk. Fouls that one back. 3-2. And Julio is always going to play hero ball. This is his personality. There we go! Yeah! Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Sports gods, they're like, damn, O-Dog is pissed. We better fucking listen. He has been cold. Let's go! That's my guy. Trident's up, baby. 2-1 Oakland. Woo! Let's go!
Hey, the Mariner Moose fucking works. Hey, Mariner Moose fucking works, baby. Let's go. I mean, it doesn't mean that we're going to win, but hey, that's a good sign. Good start, baby. There we go. Sometimes you just got to talk it into the universe, you know, and that's much better than a walk. Nice job. Julio Rodriguez, tridents up, home run number 5 in the most crucial moment. Let's go. Next up, big jumper, Cal Raleigh. Now, if you really want to make me get out of my seat and jump out the window out of my house here, you know, we'll go back to back. If you really want to see me get excited, let's go back to back. And then if you really want to see me get excited, back to back to back. All right, let's go. 1-1 pitch. Cal fouls that one off behind in the count 1-2. Let's go, baby. No worries, Megan. Tridents up, baby. Lauren with $1. Appreciate you. Let's go. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. And normally we can't really count on Julio to come up big in those moments. Maybe as he gets older, you know, he'll get himself into that role as being like the most clutch hitter for the Mariners late. That was a little surprising, but thank God he did that. Pitches outside, 2-2 count. And we need that. You know, we need that type of play out of Julio where he's recognized as a guy that they want to pitch around, you know, or someone that can come up big where we actually have confidence in Julio making a play like that, not thinking, fuck, he's not going to do anything. Jams him, chops it foul, 2-2 count. Let's go. Fuck yes. Nice job, Julio. I told you, I thought this group of batters, you know, even though it wasn't really pretty for the first 8 innings, I kind of liked where we were sitting in the lineup, you know. And I guess the sports gods heard our cries and our blessings and decided to take care of us there. Which is outside, 3-2 count. Let's go, baby. Come on, Cal. Come on, baby. Use your eyes, Cal. You don't need to swing. Take the walk if it's there. 3-2 pitch. Fuck yeah, let's go. Fuck yes. Here we go. Good job, Cal. Next up, first baseman Ty France. The player that gets hit by pitches more than any player in Major League Baseball got hit at his last at-bat, and you can still do some damage by getting the runner over. Top of the 9th, 2-1 A's. No outs, runner at first. Ty France fouls that one back behind in the count, 0-1. Come on, Ty. Let's go, baby. I believe in you. Bring that electricity to the lineup, baby. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the fucking like button just yet, please do. We got 65 people in the room, and we'll probably get a few more, especially if it keeps getting more exciting because more people are going to be tuning in to see if the A's are going to beat the Mariners or if the Mariners are going to make the epic comeback. We might peak to like 75 to 80 before this game is over, depending on what happens, or if we go to extras. Let's go. Pitch is in the zone for a strike, 1-2 count. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Hopefully we're at 30 by now. One more to get to 30. We got 47 people watching on YouTube and then another 20 plus on Twitter/X. So if you're watching on YouTube, out of the 47 people, we still got 31 likes. We still need 16 more for the people that are watching. Do your boy a solid and smash that like button. Let's go. Top of the 9th, 2-1 A's. Runner at first, 2-2 pitch to Ty France. Got him. Fuck. Ty France with it out. Now we're bringing in the new Mariner, Victor Robles. I don't know about this move. I mean, we put Mitch Garver in when we had bases loaded. I thought that was a dumb move. Now, I don't think this is the proper situation to put in Victor Robles, a guy that's been struggling, was a decent player a few years ago, but not really so much now. I don't know about this one. I don't know what Scott is smoking. I know it was his birthday yesterday. Is he hungover? Is he stupid? I don't know what's going on. What the fuck is he doing here? I mean, do we even care about winning today? Big chop and swing there behind the count 0-1. Golly. Oh, yeah, Victor Robles. He's awesome. Batting 120, no homers and 2 ribbies. Like, we have a better chance of him getting into a double play right here and the game fucking being over, which probably will happen. Unbelievable. I mean, it's cool to have ESP, you know, and to be able to predict, you know, what's going to happen. It's not cool when it ends up being something where your team loses. I mean, anyone could have saw that fucking drawn up that was going to happen. Why would you have Victor Robles up there batting 120 for his very first at-bat for the Mariners in that clutch situation after Julio ends up getting a homer? That's the guy? Like, fucking A, did we just give up? I mean, at least we got Brian Wu tomorrow, but we definitely gave up. And that hurts. Because, I mean, every game matters. And as we get closer and closer to the All-Star break, and then after, if we want to beat the Rangers and be first place, these are the type of games that we need to win. These are the type of series that you want to try to sweep if you have a chance. Fuck, what a wasted game today. What a wasted opportunity. No hits through 7 innings, you know, or until the 7th inning we got, you know, a double with J.P. Crawford and they pulled their pitcher. But what an ugly game. You got to give a lot of, you know, love to the Athletics, and obviously with Estes and the great job that he pitched. You know, had a no-hitter going through 7 and then ended up having 1 hit, 78 pitches in, 58 strikes. Ended up pulling him. He had bases loaded. Then they put in Mitch Garver to pitch hit. Stupid. Then you put in Victor Robles to try to win the fucking game. Stupid. And I don't give a shit if it's like left hand, right-handed hitter, left-handed pitcher. I'm playing the odds. I'm playing the percentages. I mean, you got a better chance of those guys getting an out than making a hero play. Fuck. That sucked. That one sucked. But at least we got Brian Wu tomorrow. And, I mean, to some people, it's just a game, right? You know what I mean? But again, these wins and these losses add up, you know, and the difference between getting to 90 or 95 wins at the end of the year are games like this. You know, you got to be able to squeak out these ones that you're supposed to win to get you those extra 5, 6, 7, 8 wins to elevate you to getting closer to 95. You know, we lose games like this, we're going to be sitting at 88 to 90 wins, depending on what happens. This one, you know, this one's probably one of the more frustrating losses of the year, you know, that I can remember. Just, you know, mental errors, weird decisions, you know, being made. My phone is blowing up, but not for a good reason. Brutal. Final score, Oakland Athletics 2, Seattle Mariners 1. Tomorrow, Brian Wu on the mound, the number 1 pitcher for the Mariners. And even though that we're playing in the early afternoon, we normally suck in the morning and in the afternoon. I think we're going to win tomorrow. I think Brian Wu is going to be electric. We're going to have a good chance to get 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and we're going to end up winning the series. You know, 2 games out of 3, but could have had 3 out of 3. Could have had 3 out of 3. Tough one. Brutal. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I got to eat dinner, take my pup for a walk. Definitely a frustrating loss. A lot of questions I have for Scott Service. He will be getting some voicemails from me later tonight. But hopefully we end up coming back strong tomorrow. And I will be live tomorrow, 12:30 Pacific. So join your boy for an early stream, Mariners and Athletics, game number 3 in the set, 12:30 Pacific. And final score, Oakland Athletics 2, Mariners 1. And I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.